Hi there folks, I'm Marcel and I'm here on behalf of Astromatrix to bring you the report of this full moon coming up in Pisces. So before I proceed, I'd like to ask please that if you enjoy our content to like and subscribe to our channel. This supports us. Also don't forget to ring the bell for notifications as we're constantly uploading new content. And then I am going to do the reading, and once we're done with the actual reading, I'm going to do a tarot reading. So I've got all the cards shuffled here and laid out. But let's dive straight into it. So on the 1st of September, we have a Pisces in full moon at 10:21 p.m. Pacific time. And on the 2nd, we have it at 6:21 a.m. UK time. So depending on where you're at in the world. And this Pisces in the full moon is a time of culmination and illumination, shedding light on things that are not clear. And because Pisces is ruled by Neptune, we might experience some revelations out there in the world with regards to global and political situations of corruption, and especially around power, as well as within your own life, where it is that things may be illuminated within your psyche that you're not aware of, or within your relationships, etc. So Pisces is a mutable sign and it's very, very sensitive. It's water. And so mutability is asking for flexibility and change. And this Pisces specifically is in quite an interesting configuration in a Cardinal Grand Cross, which I'll get to in a moment. Let's chat a little bit more about this Pisces in full moon. So as I mentioned, Pisces being very sensitive and intuitive, it's also in an opposition to the sun, which is what a full moon is about. And so the sun is in Virgo, and this is the earth sign, which is all about grounding. It's about logic and practicality. It's very meticulous and it's very discerning. It's very much about what's over here. Whereas Pisces is the opposite of that. It's what floats in the sky. It's connected to the expansiveness, to the divine. It has to do with love and compassion, and it's very dreamy and imaginative. And so with this full moon, we may experience one or the other of those qualities. So either we'll experience a lot of compassion, heightened intuition, a feeling of sensitivity and love and connection to earth, or we may feel scattered, overwhelmed, and emotionally drained, as well as emotionally overwhelmed. So depending on where you're at in your life and what you're needing to work through, and where the full moon lies in your chart will determine how it is that you're going to experience this full moon. So my advice is head to your chart and see where 10 degrees of Pisces lies for you. So this Pisces is subsequently in this Cardinal Grand Cross configuration, and so this involves Aries, Libra, Capricorn and Cancer, and there are planets in each of these signs that are all in squares, as well as an opposition that's happening in the middle. So let me start with what this means. We have Mars in Aries at the moment, which is in a conjunction with Eris, and Mars in Aries is all about individuality and pioneering, standing out as an individual, pushing forward. It's all about assertion and taking a stand alongside Eris in a rebellious way about what does or doesn't serve. It's all about the individual. Whereas the square that's happening with Saturn in Capricorn is all about the corruption and the top-down heavy powers that are happening on the planet right now. It's about power control and power struggles. And so there's this tension going on where we may see people taking to the streets as these aspects get in tighter conjunctions, in tighter squares. And then we have the square from Saturn in Capricorn to Haumea, as well as Juno, which are in a conjunction in Libra. So Haumea she's known as the goddess of fertility and abundance and connection to the planet and the regeneration of that. And Juno is all about fairness and equality. And so you can see the themes that are already starting to play out. Lastly, we have Venus in Cancer, which is all about nurturing and safety and security and the home. And again, a more feminine quality because it's also a water sign. So you may feel quite pulled in all directions unless you have good self-awareness of what is going on. And I'd say that the tension of these configurations is the dynamic between the individual versus the corruption that's happening on the planet. not only between the individual, but also where it is that you as an individual are needing to evolve and shift and change and meet this new paradigm that is needed for this planet, and where everything, all these astrological phenomena that are happening are leading us towards. Because the old system is starting to shatter and our foundations are being shaken up, and it's asking for change. And the more that you can incorporate understanding and awareness of all the astrological phenomena that are happening, the smoother the process can be for you. Because there's awareness that is required with all of this. And this is where the Uranus aspects come in to the moon and the sun, which is very helpful. So we have Uranus, which is in a retrograde at the moment, in Taurus. And this is all about innovation and freedom. It's very much a theme of freedom as well. So we've got this double theme of freedom and taking back power. And because it's in an earth sign in Taurus, it is connected to innovation around the earth and supporting and respecting the earth. So we may experience weather phenomena such as tsunamis and earthquakes alongside this, as well as floods. So once again, the moon, which is in Pisces, is in a sextile to Uranus in Taurus. And this is a very harmonious aspect. And then in opposition to the moon, we have the sun in Virgo, which is in a trine to Uranus as well. So we have this beautiful support that's helping us, through the Pisces moon, reflect on a bigger picture for where it is that we want to go, where it is that we're needing to expand. Because this tension between the sun in Virgo and the moon in Pisces is about where it is that you can ground yourself in order to allow yourself to expand and connect to something greater and receive higher vision and not be so detail orientated and critical and meticulous, but to allow an expansion to happen, to open something greater, a higher vision, so that this Uranus inspiration and innovation can infuse and infect and affect the change that happens in your life through the Mars in Aries. So it's a beautiful configuration that's happening. But wherever it is that you are rigid and stuck within your chart, you may experience some shaking up around there, and it's all for the greater good. And so while things feel uncomfortable, it very much comes with growth and change. And you may even notice how radically you've shifted from January, when the first Capricorn, Saturn and Pluto conjunction happened, and things started shaking up then. So with regards to this full moon, I really suggest that you sit down and spend some time under the moon and just really allow the energies of the moon, open yourself up to any psychic or intuitive powers that come through, to any sensitivities, and really capitalize on what this full moon represents. If you're interested in finding out more about this full moon, again, you can return to the Astromatrix app and just read the article that's written there, as well as check in your chart to see where 10 degrees of Pisces lies for you. That's where the full moon is happening, as well as where the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Capricorn and Libra, lie for you between around 22 to 27 degrees. This is the area, the orb, that will be affected for you. So if you have any planets that are in that dimension, they will be affected, as well as the houses. Wherever these cardinal signs lie, whatever houses they're in from now and moving onwards from here till the end of the year and onwards, this is the area of your life that is under influence. And so wherever it is in those 4 areas that you're out of balance, what is coming up, where you'll experience potential tension and shaking up. So I've got all the cards shuffled and laid out here, and I am going to pick the cards on behalf of the collective to find out what this full moon in Pisces represents for us. So let me pick. The first card is about what is needing to complete, what is wanting to complete in my life, because the full moon is about culmination and completion. And then the next card is, where am I needing to expand? Okay. And the next one is, where am I stuck in my life? Where am I rigid and stuck? Okay. And then lastly, the question is, what is this full moon wanting of me? And we have the Justice card. Okay, so coming to the top here. So the first question is, what is wanting completion? And we have the King of Wands. It's a fire sign, and it's very forward. It's very driven. It's very dynamic. It's very masculine. It's ruled by fire. It's very energized, and I feel that a lot of these influences and energies that are happening with this full moon is more yin. It's more about coming into a more receptive state. So what is needing completion is where it is that you have over-exaggerated yang energies that are self-serving and constantly about action. Ooh. So the question is, where is it that you can bring more yin energy during this period into your life? Where is it that you can allow more receptivity, and where is it that you can allow more space and time to just be, to just do, and not constantly be in this driving mode of go, 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 go. So this full moon is wanting a slowing down, connecting to earth, connecting to the body, connecting and allowing the emotions in order to find a balance between the yin and the yang energy, the masculine and the feminine energy. Then for the next card, what is wanting to expand? And it's the Hermit card, and this Hermit is alone in the dark night of the soul, and he's got a lamp with a light in it, and he's asking for us to go inwards and to find our light, to spend time alone, to reflect on where it is that we're needing to expand, because obviously this is an individual situation for the entire collective of what expansion means. So what is recommended is going inwards. And then we have the where am I stuck? What is needing change? And we've got the Seven of Wands card, which is the card of taking a stand, or allowing yourself to come down and be a part of the community and the collective. So it depends. For each of you, it may differ. For some of you, it is about taking a stand. And if the card is, this card is about where is it that I'm stuck. So if there possibly is a place where you've become apathetic or bored or listless or not part of any kind of change, how is it that you can initiate that and get more actively involved with taking a stand against something, getting your voice out, getting more active with how it is that you become a catalyst for change for something greater. For some of you, it'll be different. It'll be more about not being in this constant state of tension, of taking a stand against everything in an aggressive way, of constantly needing to be right, of constantly being above everybody else and not a part of. And so while a lot of what's happening on the planet is about some kind of new paradigm around community and the individual is emerging, and I'm not suggesting that all of us now have to join a community, but it is about how we can reflect on where we can give of ourselves to some kind of community that is beyond just serving ourselves. And then lastly, the question is, what is full moon wanting from us? And the card that's coming up is the Justice card, and the Justice card is about cause and effect. And so wherever it is in your life that you are out of balance with your actions, where it is that you're doing things without reflecting on them or thinking about the impact or about a bigger picture, then that is coming under scrutiny. And it's asking that you take the time out through the Hermit card to spend some time alone and find your light in order to reflect on what it is that you're needing to let go of in your behavior and in your actions, to allow for a more expansive way of being in the world where you're serving beyond just your own needs, serving a bigger picture as well. So there we go. I hope that this was helpful, and we would really again appreciate it if you like and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so that you receive our content. And we'd also like to ask that you leave a comment and let us know what this full moon in Pisces means for you. You know, where is it that you can expand more in your life? Where is it that you feel stuck? What is it that is needing change in your life in a Piscean way, which is about connecting to source and connecting to something greater, connecting to your intuition? We'd really like to hear your comments. Otherwise, stay posted for more content, and thank you for watching. Bye for now.